Yeah, we don't know twin flames.
We don't
for
know
sure.
twin flames.
Yeah, and some of you may not even know what that phrase even means. I mean, so we understand that we're kind of a part of a new age metaphysical community to where that is a big buzzword. You know, what is the idea or the concept behind it for those who have never heard it? A Course in Miracles would probably call twin flame the special relationship.
Right.
And so yeah, we're just gonna dive into that with a really brief show today.
Yeah.
You know, you have a really great poem in The Gift is Listening.
Right.
That is about twin flames, but it kind of describes it in a completely different way, which is what I was really attracted to. Oh, one of the things that I really like about your poem is the idea of it doesn't provide a contrast. So for those who aren't really familiar with twin flame or some of the things that they say are signs of it, is a lot of times that it's tumultuous, is a lot of times that there's a runner-chaser dynamic.
Right.
Is that there's intense feelings and emotions, and there might be some like volatility. You know, I mean, basically, A Course in Miracles would call that specialness, and with A Course in Miracles, specialness is a guilty relationship. So it's like something we use through guilt, and I think twin flame can often be used as a torture device because. It can be a thing where it ends up being a yearning or a longing, or you've designated or projected someone to have this role of your twin flame partner. And often the way it's depicted online or in various articles or books is that there's like one person who's awake to the connection and knows what it is, and they know it's a twin flame connection. This is like AKA one who is more obsessed, you know, typically. Right, and I've been that person, so I'm not judging.
Creating a narrative so that we literally make it impossible to let go of this person.
And I'm not trying to say that anyone ever wanted physical abuse, emotional abuse or neglect or violence in a tangible sense of that term, but we're talking about a lot of times every person played their role perfectly, and if we're honest with ourselves, we'll see that because we had these patterns replicate for multiple partners over a span of years or decades.
Right. And that was a learning process. You know, we're all learning. Let's remember that. This is fundamental, foundational truth of what we stand for is our innocence and our transparency. And what that means is when we're open and out and we're comfortable in our own learning and the learning that other people are going through, then there's no need to chase. There's no need to run. When you're fully with yourself, fully alive in yourself, fully identified with your own spark, you know, your own divine nature, then you recognize that all of life is transitory. Everything is coming and going. It's all we're here in a world of entropy, right? And so what you can do is to cultivate these ideals inside yourself. You know, what is my truth? You know, am I willing to be transparent with life? Am I willing to be transparent with myself? Am I willing to be committed? And can I see myself as innocent? Now, when you really work on those puzzle pieces unto yourself, then because the law of attraction is what it is, it's not something that you can quarantine for your own best interest to get what you want, your ego wants. No, it's actually just going to match you with exactly what is your next person, activity, experience, moment, and moment to moment to moment to moment. And all we're doing is saying we can play intelligently with these attributes and not have to go through a lot of the turmoil that is somewhat, you know, mostly associated with high vibrational relationships.
Yeah, and I think, you know, one other thing to consider that 100% responsibility and innocence go hand in hand.
Right.
That we want to be in recognition of our own innocence, and innocence doesn't mean that we don't make mistakes. Let's get clear about that.
Right.
We're not saying, hey, you can just say something really like hurtful and then it's like, hey, you're innocent. It's like, no, it's about the fact that mistakes are for correction. Right. So that means if something comes up, we are transparent, we communicate about what's going on, what happened for each of us. We are committed to getting back to resolution, to remembering that we're on the same team. We want the same things.
Right.
A lot of times it's the exact same thing, and there's just been a miscommunication. And then something that could have been like an all day, all week, who knows, taking the next, I mean, because things can blow up when we're letting the ego and the fear be in charge. So what we're trying to share is these very, very simple things that you can do to not let the ego / fear run away with what you're really trying to cultivate, which is love, which is friendliness, expression, creativity. Fear can run away with those things so easily.
And we see it in the way that people address the 8 steps or the 11 steps to twin flame relationship. And even within those steps, there's this big thing and a reunion, and maybe you put your whole life on hold to work on yourself in order to get this done. And what we're saying is it's actually really simple. There's one step.
Yeah.
Love yourself.
And love what's in front of you.
Yeah. Right.
Love what is in front of you.